YouTube was good as books. They lifted. Today we're gonna talk about the top 10 takeovers on NBA 2K21 next gen. That's next gen, not current gen. You feel me? But we definitely got 24 new takeovers this year, and they definitely sound good. I'm not gonna lie, not all of them, but we definitely gonna talk about the ones that do sound good. And one thing we got to take into account is that 2K pretty much took our takeovers and broke them up. So it's like they split Slash and Takeover into a couple different takeovers. They split Sharp into a couple different takeovers, and pretty much just made the takeovers more detailed and not really as good as if they was just those takeovers put together, because that's really what 2K did. It sound good. It is good, but you feel me? The fact that we get double takeover is what make it better. Like if we only got one takeover this year, like it'd be trash with the options that we got. But we're gonna go from number 10 down to number 1. And the number 10 takeover, I would say, would be post shot daggers. And with that takeover, you get increased scoring ability with hook shots, fades, shimmy shots, and all that. So this takeover is not going to be as used as some other takeovers would be, because this pretty much just a post scoring takeover, you feel me? But we know how them post scorers like to go into 1v1, you feel me, back you down all game. So that's definitely why this badge is on the list. We know people are gonna be using it, and I'm sure it's gonna be a good badge, like give you a good enough boost and everything on those shots. So we definitely gonna put this in at number 10. Now the number 9 takeover, I would say, would be easy blow-bys. We're gonna put easy blow-bys at number 9 because it's not gonna be that effective in certain game modes. You feel me? Yeah, that's what I should say. If you in a 1v1, if you in Rush or anything like that, or when they had a 1v1 in the park, it's gonna be a lot more usable because you only got to blow by one person, and it's pretty much finishing for you at that point. But you don't get a finishing boost with the takeover, so that's definitely one thing you want to look at. And the number 8 takeover, I would say, would be team takeover boost. Now that's definitely going to be one that's used, I would say, a lot for probably secondary takeover, maybe really your first takeover. Like not everybody would be using that, but certain teams might have just one player, you feel me, just tell them make that they primary takeover. And the way they would use it is, as soon as dude pop his team takeover boost, the big man who usually would pop the team takeover, his takeover would go up, you feel me? So everybody takeover will go up, and everybody will be closer to their takeover. So everybody really could pop their first takeover if somebody got this one, you feel me? So I really think that's going to be a popular takeover. And if you use it right, like I'm not gonna lie, like if everybody got their takeover set up like according to, you feel me, they play style and according to what they man got, you feel me, like teams and everything, that's definitely gonna be a good takeover. Like I ain't gonna lie like that. But the number 7 takeover, I would say, would be extreme clamps. And extreme clamps, it pretty much just sounds like that's clamps on Hall of Fame if you don't got Hall of Fame. But if you do got Hall of Fame, that's like clamps on diamond, you feel me? Like it's definitely gonna be a good takeover. And I know a lot of locks is definitely gonna have that on. Some teams will have their locks with one takeover and then still have another lock with a different type of lock takeover, you feel me? So they don't, every lock don't have to have just straight defensive takeovers. Like you can get extreme clamps and like a sharp takeover, then another player on their team could get another defensive takeover but with like a slashing badge with it, or even a sharp badge with that too, you feel me? So that's definitely, I definitely can see that being used a lot. The number 6 badge we're gonna get to, I would say, is paint intimidation. Now the difference between paint intimidation and interior badge drop, we're pretty much yet to see. But if you look at interior badge drop, See, it's saying drop the opposition scoring badges down the tier in the paint. When you scoring in the paint, if you got your badges on Hall of Fame in the paint, it's not really that bad having gold. You feel me? So that's one thing I noticed about that. So paint intimidation, if you just affecting all shots around the rim, like no matter what, that's different. And I've seen it including dunks. So I would say paint intimidation over interior badge drop. Interior badge drop will work better on like guards that's trying to slash to the paint. You feel me? If you're the big man or whatever build you is really, but if it's a big man down there or a slasher with Hall of Fame badges, anybody with Hall of Fame finishing badges in the paint, like you really not going to be able to do much with interior badge drop, because gold is really all you need in some situations, for real, for real. And the number 5 takeover I would say would be ankle breaking shots. Now everybody shout out Ticino on the video whenever it's a Ticino badge or takeover, so I'm gonna say, yo, this a Ticino tight takeover. You feel me? But it say you get the ankle breakers off spin and step back jumpers. So one thing you want to know is you got to know how to use spin and step back jumpers. You can't just equip the takeover and think it's going to do everything for you. Like you're just about to come, run down the court, stop, shoot, and somebody going to fall. Like, you feel me? Like, it's not going to be like that. Like, I'm letting y'all know that right now. And the number 4 badge, I'm not going to lie, this seems like a good badge. And that's going to be the team badge boost. So you boost your teammates' badges up a tier. And one thing you do want to think about when using this badge, or if your man got this, using this takeover, or if your man got this takeover, it's only gonna work on badges that you got on bronze or gold, bronze, silver, or gold. So it's not about to put a badge that you don't have equipped on bronze. Like, you feel me? It's not like that. Y'all definitely want to think about that. And if you got anything on Hall of Fame, it's not about to boost it up from Hall of Fame. Like, it ain't about to boost it up to diamond. You feel me? So that's definitely one thing that some people not even thinking about, for real, for real. Like, I heard a couple people a little excited, but I don't think they really thought that through. Like, it's still good, you feel me? Like, I still be excited about that, you feel me? But to a certain extent, because you only gonna wanna, some badges you can't put on gold if you got Hall of Fame, you feel me? So you definitely not gonna wanna do that. And it's really only gonna work for the stuff that like you don't need on Hall of Fame initially. You feel me? It's gonna boost them up a tier. So that is Player though. I ain't gonna hold you. And number 3 takeover would be finishing moves, and that's pretty much gonna be a slash and takeover. Like, it's pretty simple. Like, oh yeah, I could have put both of these shits together like that. Oh yeah, I'm tripping. But the next the next takeover, I was talking about how I got the words on the screen and everything. You feel me? I'm gonna try to make that a little easier for y'all to see, like, all the takeovers at one time. I wanted y'all to see like everything I say up under that too, but I might change that up in the video. You feel me? So y'all can see all of them at one time. But the next takeover, you feel me, number 3 is finishing moves. That's just a slash and takeover, and it's slash and takeover but broken up, and it's the finishing part of takeover. Like, you feel me, how I said easy blow bys is part of slash and takeover. Now if you got easy blow bys and finishing moves, that's like you got the whole slash and takeover right there. So that is one thing that 2K did. Breaking it up isn't really as good as they make it sound. It's a lot of new names, a lot of good names, a lot of good combinations. But it's like, if you did want a certain takeover, it's like you can't pair pure slash and takeover with pure like sharp takeover. Really is similar to, exactly, it really is similar to how it was last year. So can't really say the sharp takeover, but like playmaking takeover, because playmaking takeovers, like they definitely broken up. So you feel me? I would compare it to something like that. So yeah, finishing moves, and then number 2 for your top 10. I definitely like this badge, perimeter badge drop, and perimeter badge drop. That's player, because these shooters that's out there shooting from, you know what I'm saying, shooting from the logo, shooting from Dame Curry range, the hash, everybody that's shooting out there, they got on Hall of Fame range. Like, well, it ain't Hall of Fame range this year, but anybody that got on deep threes and everything, it's pretty much, if they got it on Hall of Fame, it's pretty much gonna put it down to gold. So that's definitely a good badge, and any badge that they got on gold out there, you know what I'm saying, because some shooters do see like, oh, I only need this badge on gold, so I'm only use it on gold, when they can get it on Hall of Fame, but they just trying to save a couple badges, you feel me? And some shooting badges is nowhere near as good on gold as it is on Hall of Fame. So that's definitely something that's gonna be well, there's definitely a takeover that's gonna be used a lot. Like I definitely like that. I'm definitely gonna pair that with a player or two. I'm definitely gonna make a lot of players this year. I gotta say at least 8. Yeah, at least 8. It's only right. But the next takeover, limitless range. My bad, limitless range, and that's definitely gonna be that's definitely, to me, gonna be the best takeover in the game. Like, it's gonna be sharp takeover, just like sharp takeover was the best takeover in current gen. Sharp takeover about to be the best in next gen, but a lot of people is gonna be using the other takeovers pretty much to, I mean, see what they about and everything. You're gonna see a lot of that in the beginning, like a lot of different takeovers, but all of these takeovers is not as good as the other ones. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. One badge that I did forget to put on here. It really, I ain't gonna lie, it was hard to really make a top 10, because it's like 3 or 4 of them. It's like 3 or 4 of them that's like almost OP, and then the rest of them is like they good. Well, the other majority is like good but not great, but they like all in the same round. Then it's a few of them that's just not that good at all, really. But I could have made a top 15, like that would have been way easier. But I would have to say a runner-up badge is post playmaking, and I wanted to mention to y'all that I think post playmaking would be better than glass clearing dimes, because it seemed like it's the same badge, but glass clearing dimes, it seemed like it's limiting you to only giving them a boost after rebounds. As post playmaking, you can have that on, and you could get a board, you know what I'm saying, and still get a boost off that post playmaking, you feel me, when you're throwing it out the post. So that's definitely something y'all do want to look at. And another thing, the limitless takeover. The limitless takeover, you don't want to be swindled, you feel me, by the pull-up precision. Because pull-up precision is saying it boosts well-timed aim shots off the dribble. Limitless range is going to boost that too, and it's going to boost it way out there. Spot-up precision is basically, it seemed like they want people to think spot-up precision and limitless range is like almost the same thing, but you feel me? I don't know, like the way they word it, it's like they try to make the worst badge seem like it's giving you more boost and everything. It's saying boost to well time and aim shots, aim stationary jump shots, but that's just limiting you to stationary jump shots. So that's one thing y'all want to think about, that even though it say well time and aim, limitless range is gonna give you a boost to wheel time and aim shots too. So y'all don't want to be swindled by that. You feel me? Like 2K will get y'all. But another runner-up takeover, I would say See the Future. That's pretty much your glass takeover. You see where the shot's gonna end up at and everything. And if I made like a top 12 or even 13, so I don't really rock with 12. Like, I definitely would have had those in there, but I had to mention them to y'all at the end. And stuff blocks, it definitely seemed like a good badge, but you should be getting swats, backboard pins, and grab blocks without having that takeover on. Feel me? My bad, I keep saying badge, but you should get those without having that takeover on. With pain intimidation or interior badge drop, whichever one. Pain intimidation do sound like it's gonna be better, but we definitely gonna see how that is in the game. And I'm gonna end it here. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, but thank y'all for listening, thank y'all for supporting, and I'm Book. Stay lifted. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.